Alright, let's do an update on Spell tokens. So I am predicting for a lot of volatility to be coming in for Spell in the next couple of days or so. A lot of altcoins are breaking out because Bitcoin has finally broken above the 41.5, but I noticed a lot of altcoins are either making it or breaking it right now, and Spell could be potentially one of those ones that is about to break it. So we haven't necessarily made a concrete decision yet. I think, by the time we reach the apex of this bullish pennant on the, or bearish pennant, sorry, on the 22nd, I do think we'll have an update much before then. So in the next 2 days, really, I would be predicting massive volatility either to the upside or to the downside to come in, and I would be waiting in the short term for a decisive move before we do decide whether we're going to buy or sell. Now personally, I think it's more likely that we're going to break down, because if we look at this from a probability standpoint, we've got a bearish pennant. I'm not even talking about the probability that bearish pennants and bear flags do have of breaking down. If we just look at this as a one chart thing and look at Spell token, you can see we have had bear flag after bear flag. We've got one here. I don't want to draw all of them because I don't want to make this video like exceptionally long, but you can see something like this being a big bear flag that we have. If we zoom out as well, you can see we've got another one here, a bear flag all the way up here that we broke down from. And to be honest, I don't see many bear flags, or I don't see any bear flags really that we have. Like, you got another bear flag here that we broke out of. Bull flags always seem to break out. This was only a one two wick thing, but basically here as well, although that's not my favorite example of a bear flag, so I won't even incorporate that one, even though it goes with my bias or what I was trying to prove. But basically every time we have a bearish flag or a bearish pennant, we do normally break down from them pretty suddenly and pretty harshly. So keep an eye on this red ascending floor that we've got here. I do think if we could potentially be pushing up in the next day or so a very pipsqueak amount, like nothing at all to get out of bed for. Maybe like a 2 or 3% move, maybe even like a 4 or 5, just poke our head above this before we do come back into the pattern. But until we do make a decisive breakout of this this descending triangle, or not descending triangle, sorry, this bearish pennant, I don't know why I keep on calling it something else, but until we do have a break up or a breakdown, I will just be sitting on the sidelines. Like I said, I think it's more likely we're going to have a breakdown to the 1.618 target that we've got down here, which is basically a 30% move. There's nothing else really to talk about. If I flatten the data, you can still see we are in a massive downtrend. There's no macro fib I can draw. There's nothing I can draw from high to low, low to high, because we've broken below every single fib. And I think we tried looking at the fib targets for this before, and they're all in the minuses. So all we can look at is this micro data that we've got here until we do have a decision on what's going to happen. I am still sticking to my bearish bias. I think we are getting ready to break down, but on the flip side, if we pop our head above this tomorrow, backtest and start running up, this could potentially be the bottom. We could potentially be seeing a massive increase coming in from this double bottom structure that we've got over here. But I'm not a fan of it. We have already broken below this wick. We are back testing the breakdown, and in my opinion, I would say it's probably 75% likely we are going to get ready for a big breakdown, and it's maybe only 10% likely or 15% likely that we're going to go up, and a 10% likelihood that we're just going to go sideways for a bit. So all in all, I am leaning more towards this being a breakdown, but like I said, I wouldn't be making like a concrete decision until we do either break below this this neckline here or this ascending support that we've got here, or we do break above this descending resistance that we've got here right now. So all in all, we are currently below this this horizontal ray. Not really looking too good. We're in a bearish pennant as well. We have broken out of this macro, or somewhat more significant bear flag as well, and it is predicting a price target around this region that we have been talking about that nicely lines up with the 1.618. There's no volume to support us going up. The RSI is very much crushed right now, and so is the money flow indicator, so nothing's looking good right now. But if we do decide to have a break up, the RSI and the MFI are definitely on our side, because we could have an absolute tear if this decides it wants to be the bottom. I could see us, really, I don't think we'd get stuck at many regions. My first target would be an increase of 47. My next would, you know, literally be around the region of a 1.5x return. So for this to happen, we need to break up to the top of this bear pennant, backtest this horizontal ray, and then have a volume supported bounce. Once we broke above this 786 at 384, I would be taking a long all the way up to somewhere in this vicinity up here. We can talk about that in a later video if that does happen, but I don't want to put too much emphasis on it, because I am saying that I do think it's more likely we're going to break down. So that is all I see for Spell. Best of luck if you are holding it. Once again, none of this is financial advice, it's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.